All right, to discuss this, let's bring in Rong Ying, Vice President of the China Institute of International Studies. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Rong. As we just mentioned, China and Venezuela have elevated their relationship to an all-weather strategic partnership. So first of all, Mr. Rong, help us understand what this concept means, all-weather strategic partnership.
Well, China pursues an independent foreign policy of peace and committed to building global partnership network for its in developing its relations with its various countries that they develop with diplomatic relations, and this reflects, I think, China's thinking of diplomacy in pursuing a state-to-state relationship and also an extension of international relations based on equality, mutual respect, and win-win cooperation, which marks a sharp contrast to the other model or other type of thinking, which based on joint bloc politics, forging alliances with the others. And the all-weather strategic partnership between China and Venezuela reflects not only the history, as China and Venezuela is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the founding of the diplomatic relations next year, 2022, but also I think is a vision for the future where China and Venezuela has been working very closely, and not only in political field, but also the history tells that despite the international vicissitudes and the changes around, the relationship has remained very steady, very strong, and very much, I think, brought about tangible results, not only to the bilateral relationship, the two peoples, but also the region and the world as a whole.
Right. So apart from Venezuela, what other countries does China share this kind of partnership with?
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, I think there's another country where China has a very strong, close, and historical relationship. That is Pakistan. The formula for that relationship is called all-weather strategic cooperative partnership. So this is, again, certainly, I think, a very special relationship, a very special way to define not only the history, but equally important is, I think, the future trajectory, the future direction of the relationship.
Right. You just said that the all-weather strategic partnership between China and Venezuela is very meaningful. It means a lot indeed. But in a broader perspective, what does this relationship mean for China's relations with Latin America as a whole?
Yeah, Venezuela is a very important country for Latin America and the Caribbean region. And it has been always a strong advocate for safeguarding the sovereignty, national integrity, national dignity, and also I think it's right to pursue a road for their own development in line with their own conditions for developing countries, Latin American, Caribbean countries. And so China's relationship with Venezuela would have to pursue or have to perceive in this context where China has been developing a very strong foundation, solid foundation with the Latin America and Caribbean region. And we know that China and us, Latin America and the Caribbean regions, we have a formula they call China-CELAC formula. It is going to again celebrate the 10th anniversary next year, 2024. So China and the Venezuela relationship does demonstrate the result and the depth, and more importantly, I think, the future. And as the relationship is forging ahead based on political trust and also, I think, practical cooperation for win-win nature.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rong Ying from China Institute of International Studies.